Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Alex Benega. Today I'm going to be going over the Superhuman review for the iPhone. This is for mobile. A few weeks ago, I did the review for the web application on my Mac. So that was the desktop version of Superhuman, and it got a pretty good number of responses. And you guys wanted to see the mobile experience, so that's what we're going to be going over today. I'll be diving into some of the features that I like on the Superhuman mobile app, some of the things to expect, and some of the things I don't like, some of the things I think they can improve on. So let's dive straight into this one, YouTube. So first thing I want to tell you guys is you guys are going to have to download Test Flight. So Test Flight is this little blue icon right here with the airplane engine slash fan icon, if you want to call it that. And all that is, it's an app store for beta apps, so apps that have not came out yet. And you have to download it. All the updates go through Test Flight. So if you guys are interested in Superhuman, once you go through the onboarding process and the people over at Superhuman invite you onto the application, they're going to tell you to download Test Flight, and then from there you can download the mobile application. So with that, we can dive straight into the app. But before that, I just want to talk about that badge count. 10,353 emails. That is not how many emails I have in my important column. I don't know. I got a new phone a few weeks ago, and before that, the badge count was like just for my important emails, so it would be like 5, 6, 10, whatever, right? And then when I got the new phone and I downloaded the app through Test Flight, this badge became like some absurd number that I don't know where that number comes from. I definitely don't have 10,000 emails in my email. I'm not that popular, and it is kind of annoying to see at first, but you kind of get over it quickly, so that's cool. So with that, let's dive straight into the app. Right, nice little onboarding screen right there, just glows up and then it loads up very fast. And there you go. You have your important other. We went over this in the web application, but for those of you who are not familiar, or not the web application, but the web version of the video and review. And for those of you who are not familiar with the important and other tab, important. Is basically your email that you're going to get from your clients, people you talk to on a regular basis, important emails. Let's just put it that way. Stuff that you need to see, you need to respond to quickly. I don't know how they do. I think they have a incredible machine learning behind it. But for the most part, I've only had a couple emails slip through the other tab, which is right here. And these is, this section is where you're going to see your what is this, cashback. The emails you don't really give a shit about, to be honest. Starbucks reward, YouTube uploads from people you follow, Slack updates, stuff you really don't care about, to be honest. But it's good to have. It's definitely not in your spam, so that's awesome. The overall interaction from right to left, as far as tabbing through important and other on the mobile view, is actually very seamless. It's very quick. Superhuman always comes out with updates on how fast they're trying to make the app, and now this. If you guys are familiar with Superhuman, or once you get on Superhuman, you'll notice that a lot of the updates that come in from the mobile application, because the CEO of Superhuman does email you when an update occurs. A lot of them are just, hey, we made this faster, we made this faster. And it's actually very easy and awesome to see. It is very fast. It's live. It's very, it just feels like it's not cluttered. It definitely feels like you're not being forced to pause or wait. There's no time delay, so I think that's awesome. And the next part you guys just saw. Typically, with a mobile application, you have your hamburger on the left side. For those of you not familiar with the hamburger menu, it's those three lines that you click and the navigation comes on, right? For Superhuman, recently, a few weeks ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, what they did was they launched this navigational system that's at the bottom. Now, the reason that I think they did it, first off, it's closer to your thumb. Your thumb is right here. You can easily tab back and forth very quickly, right, from other to important. Instead of scooting up your hand, scooching over to the hamburger menu, and then picking, you literally just swipe up and you have your whole navigational system there. I have two emails, so I can easily just swipe up and whoops. I can easily just swipe up and then just switch accounts. It's very fast, like I said. Superhuman is very prestigious for these updates that constantly say we're making things faster, and they are. It's not just bullshit. Um, so back to the menu, you have your inbox, you have your other, your starred, your drafts, your sent, your done, reminders, muted, spam, trash. And then right here are the folders that you might have created in Google. So Gmail folders that I've created, developer inquiries, right? This is one folder I have. What's another folder? Study, taxes 2017, personal assistant. Those type of things that I've already created in Gmail actually transfer over to my Superhuman, and it's really awesome. Um, Next is this little icon on the left where the hamburger menu would be. All that is support to Superhuman. You know, they are a new app. You cannot go into the App Store and download Superhuman and start using it right away. You have to get invited by someone in the community, someone who has Superhuman, who is actively paying for an account. Once you do that, you get onboarded, and then they walk you through how to get it on your desktop. They do have an online version, and then they do have the mobile version as well. So they're constantly looking for feedback on the app. I think that's why they have it there. And so I'm just going to slide out. Really seeing this, exit, which is just slide to the left, and then you'll notice there's this icon to the right of that comment-looking icon, this like note. All that is my drafts. I have no drafts. I just created that draft because I tried to compose an email to Superhuman. So I'm just going to delete it. All I have to do is slide right. You can see when that X icon has fills up with that white, I actually have like a very subtle vibration on my screen. So the touch gestures are really awesome as well. So now no conversations. I can scoot this up, come back to inbox, and now we're back in the main important inbox. On the right side I can go to compose, and then from here I can compose an email. So I can compose it to myself. Subject, I can say hey, and then say hello. I can start typing, right? I can hit return to indent. If I hit these little dots, it's just going to show what my footer is. And I love that sent via Superhuman iOS. All the people who have it, most of them keep it. I do have to say Superhuman kind of feels like the new cool kid email up in like SF and Silicon Valley and whatnot. So it kind of is exclusive. It kind of makes you like, I want Superhuman. So you kind of want to brag about it when you get that, when you finally get it, and not delete the sent via Superhuman iOS. But you can be more than happy to delete it if you want to. So next, if I hit this plus button, you can see remind me. I can remind, I can come up with this draft, and I can set a reminder to remind me tomorrow in 2 days. I can pick a time and a date, right? I can say remind me on Saturday at 4:05 a.m. in the morning. If no reply, if regardless, and if I just click away, it forgets that I even was scheduling something. I can what's really awesome is if I'm doing something, I have these snippets that I created for my web design clients, right? So I can scroll this down and I can discard draft, or I can use snippet. Now, if I click use snippet, I could talk about what I'm doing. One of the things that I use a lot is if someone reaches out, I have this snippet where it's like, hey, da da da, nice to meet you. I'm available to work on this project. Can you send over a brief? It's basically what I would say to anyone who's reaching out to me for the first time. And you can see how easy it was to just place that snippet in there. So extremely fast, very awesome. And then, if this email is good, obviously I'm sending this to myself. So this is no worries if I hit send, and voila, I send. Now, let's say I did something I didn't want to do. I can hit undo on the mobile application. It's right there. You saw it in black. I'll do it again just to show you. I can move this up and down, which is really cool, but I can undo it, which is most important. And I can go in and delete the stuff that I didn't want, and then I can resend it. That has saved me so many times, guys. It's crazy. And now, obviously, I deleted what I didn't want to. I don't need to hit undo. It goes away. I think after 10 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds, which is awesome. It's not awesome that it goes away, but it's awesome that it saves it for that amount of time. And so that's kind of my review, guys. I don't think there's anything else that comes to mind. The notification system. So when I'm on my iPhone, let's see if I have one. It comes in like that, right? Like earlier today, just their badge. It shows you the same snippet Gmail would. You can go in. Let me get out of that, and you can see, this is the email I just sent to myself. If I view it, note to self. That's awesome. And it's really cool. I can even drag this up and just go to the next email if I just want a faster interaction. Um, let's say that I can just go back. Another thing here that I can do that I want to show you guys, if I slide this to the left, I can hit remind me. I can start this, or I can mark as done. So I use remind me a lot. Let's say I'm out and about and I want to, I want to get a reminder. One of the most common reminder snippets that I use is I hit the reminder, and instead of tomorrow in 2 days, I'll say remind me on desktop. So basically, it's gonna hide that email. When I'm back on my desktop computer is when it'll bring it up. Extremely awesome. That way I can clear emails until I'm in front of my desk, more focused, and maybe there's a file on my desktop that I have to shoot over, which is really cool. And then if I go to the right, I can mark as spam, I can delete it, or I can mark as done. So overall, guys, I think the mobile experience for Superhuman is a lot quicker. If you do a lot more just back and forth emails, mobile experience on iPhone. I don't know if they have an Android app. I'm pretty sure they do, but on iPhone for me is extremely fast. I would recommend it to anybody. Um, as far as work when you're sending files over, stuff like that, obviously there's a lot more on your desktop. So I prefer the desktop. I'm in desktop a lot more, but so far, like, no issues with Superhuman on mobile. Everything's fast. A lot of stuff does not fall through to the other category, so everything I need to see is on that important tab, and just very seamless, quick. And for anyone who's looking for a fast email alternative that's a little bit pricey, right? $29 a month, yet exclusive. If you use snippets a lot, if you want to set custom reminders that are really good at alerting you at the right specific time so that you can get back to those emails, Superhuman Mobile is the way to go. So that's all I got for this review, guys. If you guys have any questions, email me in the email below. Also, if you guys are looking for an invite, you guys can email me below. I've had quite a few people do that based off the web review that I did a few weeks ago. But that's where I'm going to end you guys today. So any questions, let me know. Otherwise, YouTube, until next time, I am out.